All right, it's all but official now. Narendra Modi has prevailed over the party patriarch once again. The decision at the BJP's key Central Election Committee meet was unanimous. Advani will be requested to contest from Gandhinagar in Gujarat. Now, Advani has been requested by his party to contest in Narendra Modi's Gujarat again, despite the veteran leader's reported interest in shifting to Bhopal in Madhya Pradesh. Senior party leaders have been asked to convey the decision of the BJP's election committee, in fact, to Mr. Advani, who skipped a meeting of the panel in Delhi today as details of his candidacy were being discussed. The other big decision emerging from the meet is that the BJP's prime ministerial candidate Narendra Modi could in fact be contesting from Vadodara. All right, Gaurav Sawant now joins us from outside the BJP headquarters. Now, Gaurav, what are you really picking up from the Central Election Committee meeting of the Bharatiya Janata Party?
Well, sources in the BJP are telling us that they are extremely keen that Lal Krishna Advani, the party patriarch, contests from Gandhinagar. They want the semblance of one family staying together, contesting together to go out. If Lal Krishna Advani were to change his constituency and now move to Bhopal in Madhya Pradesh, it would be seen as a major vote of no confidence in Narendra Modi. There were reports in the media, which of course BJP insiders say were mere speculation, that Advani feared sabotage in Gandhinagar. And BJP leaders say, how is that possible? Every seat is important for Mission 272 plus. There would have been no sabotage, but even then, had the party patriarch moved to Bhopal, it would have looked very bad. Now, the opposition would have commented on it, Gaurav, and it would have been very poor politics as far as BJP is concerned.
Absolutely, Gaurav. In fact, we also have a national affairs editor, Javed Ansari, here in the studio in Delhi. Now, Javed, you actually were the first one to actually speak to your sources in the Bharatiya Janata Party, and you were told categorically that the party is going to prevail and Advani will in fact contest from Gandhinagar. Just take us through what exactly was happening over the past 24 hours in the Bharatiya Janata Party.
In fact, if the BJP's political managers are to be believed, this was mere speculation, and much of it the handiwork of the media. It's very easy to always shoot the messenger, but this is what they were saying. The BJP's political managers were categorical since yesterday, when news first started doing the rounds that Mr. Advani might shift. They were clear that Mr. Modi and the BJP were of the opinion that Mr. Advani continue to represent Gandhinagar and that they would be renominating him as their candidate from Gandhinagar. Word coming out from the Advani camp was also indicated that yes, it would be Gandhinagar and nothing else, and this is what has happened. Now we are told that the CEC has agreed, formally taken a decision, and it's being conveyed to the patriarch of the BJP.
Okay, Javed, would you like to tell us who that source was?
The source won't remain a source if I divulge.
All right. Well, it was a day of high drama at the BJP's election war room, and the battle that played out was another round of Modi versus Advani saga. The patriarch kicked and screamed to switch his seat from Gandhinagar to Bhopal, but BJP's prime ministerial nominee ruthlessly denied the wish, refusing to let Advani camp's sabotage theory damage his reputation too close to post. Just minutes ago, Advani was offered Gandhinagar or nothing. The question is, will he toe Narendra Modi's line?
BJP's big ticket churn exploding into another round of Advani versus Modi ego battle. Advani itching to ditch Gandhinagar and Modi adamant to hold him back. It all began with the patriarch telling Rajnath Singh that he wanted to eject Modi land for a safe seat. He piled on the embarrassment by picking Shivraj Singh Chauhan's Bhopal over Modi's Gandhinagar. Hidden behind the Bhopal move was a clever stratagem.
One reason is that the Advani camp fears that Narendra Modi's campaign team might work against his own campaign from Gandhinagar. Another is that Advani may be counting on the support of Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan after the elections as an ally. A third theory is that this may well be an attempt to embarrass Narendra Modi. Remember, Advani had been passed over as the BJP's prime ministerial candidate for the 2014 elections.
And the opponents jumped on the sabotage theory to embarrass BJP's PM nominee.
इतना स्पष्ट है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी जो परंपरा की बात करती है, संस्कारों की बात करती है, वो अपने संगठन के अंदर या परिवार के अंदर बुजुर्गों का सम्मान नहीं कर रहे।
But then BJP's latest greatest made his move.
The party president got back to BJP's Gujarat unit for another day for Gandhinagar, but received none. The message from Gujarat was clear that Advani must not leave his seat.
At 11:30 a.m., the parliamentary party met. For 3 hours, it deliberated the Advani question. Inside the party's Central Election Committee, only Gandhinagar seat for Advani was discussed.
At 2:30 p.m., the parliamentary meeting got over, with Narendra Modi putting his foot down. In fact, senior party leaders were asked to take the message to L.K. Advani and convince him on the decision.
The message went with Advani showing no signs to relent. But Modi again steamrolled all opposition. It sounded like a request against leaving Gujarat, but Advani was literally offered Gandhinagar or nothing. But what changed in 20 years after he expressed a desire to fight from Gandhinagar?
मैं आज भी यहाँ पर आया हूँ, गांधीनगर के ही आपसे सबसे मिल रहा हूँ। एक गांधीनगर की विजिलेंस कमेटी है, उस कमेटी की मीटिंग के लिए आया हूँ, तो मेरी दिलचस्पी तो स्पष्ट है, बाकी तो निर्णय पार्टी करती है।
After the Varanasi episode was just another opportunity milked to keep the leadership issue unsettled and embarrass Modi close to the elections. With Aditi Ananthanarayanan in Delhi, Bureau Report, Headlines Today.
All right, Narendra Modi is dominating the 2014 political landscape like few have done before. Love him, hate him, no one can actually ignore him. He dominates the party posters everywhere. He's the face of the Bharatiya Janata Party. He sets the agenda, the policy, and even the key seats. Everyone has woken up, it seems, to his presence, to the so-called Modi wave. Now, while it is debatable if there is a wave in his favor or not, or whether he can actually swing it, one thing is clear: everyone, right, left, center, from the south to the east to the north, is actually talking about him critically or in favor.